Well, hello there, YouTube. Going for another little after-work ride here. Had to stop and get some gas. Used up the tank yesterday going up to Mt St Helens. That's a video. Actually, for some reason, started working on that one. Trying to figure out how to get this son of a bitch to not be so long. Try to get you guys to actually watch them. I don't want you to go to sleep. But anyway, I'm just going to take a short little route. Is that somebody on an ATV or a lawnmower? Is it? Yeah, it's a lawnmower. Oh, it's a cute girl too. Texting. Crazy. I'd like to see how that ticket all rode up. Non-licensed vehicle. I don't know, would you have to have a helmet for something like that? Doesn't matter, it's not a road legal vehicle anyway. Hauling somebody in a trailer, yeah, that would probably add up to be pretty ugly. But wow, she's cute. So she'd probably get away with a lot. That semi-truck was moving, wasn't he? Yeah, I can't wait to get the 1200 kit, and some mufflers, and the Super Tuner, the Pro version. Change some of the ignition curves on this thing and maybe knock some of that knocking sound out of it. But they, I rode these things before I bought this one. They all sound the same. But it seems to be more with the 883s than the 1200s. The 1200s don't seem to have that piston slap sound that the 883s have. I mean, they all sound the same. It's kind of weird. But being around Japanese bikes for all those years, it's a little concerning. 1200 doesn't do that at all. But then again, the Vansenheim short shots they've got quite a bark to them. Anyway, a guy brought in a 99 883, having some issues when he tightens the cable down on the starter. He loses the starter. He's got to leave the cable loose. I don't know what he's got going on there. I'll look at it here in a couple days. I got a bunch of spiders I'm working on right now. But anyway, that's pre-squatting these things. Jeez, I sat on that thing, and the front suspension's probably got as much sag as mine has total travel. It looks funny. It's so tall, just big long forks on it. It's just a normal motorcycle. I kind of wish they wouldn't have squatted them down so much. Forces you to run stiffer than normal suspension to keep from beating and banging yourself to death. And like I did, put longer shocks, fork springs set at the right ride height so that you're not cracking everything. He's got old rubber pegs on his mid-mount pegs. There's no peg feelers, or I call them curve feelers. You got that thing, as tall as that bike is, by the time you got that sucker that far, it was all over anyway. But yeah, you jump up and down on the suspension of that old 99. It's only got 5,000 miles on it. Got it for $3,000. Yeah, we got a lawnmower or a wheelbarrow coming across the way here. one thing I noticed is, you know, you come through here on something sporty or whatever, it's something for some reason you drive through on a Harley, and well, the farm people, if it's not a big cruiser, you know, they kind of look at you funny. Not that she did, but y'all seem to speak. I'm about to sneeze. Something's getting me. God damn it. It's been a few days. Whatever was blooming went away. Now something's getting me today. So anyway, I'm gonna take a little different route. It's gonna start out with a normal route. There's some good whoops in this road. They jolt me pretty good, but it doesn't do anything weird. It doesn't bottom out. Since the mods anyway. Man, them stock shocks, it's bang, bang, bang. But Harley did something with the suspension. They have a very soft bottoming. They must have a pretty good sized bump stop on the shock. And you know, overall it was probably a more pleasant ride than what I have now. It was a much smoother ride. But man, that thing just bottomed at will. It was crazy. Or it would drag. And it would bottom. But what I meant to say was bottomed out. So I still haven't washed it or wiped it or anything after my St. Helens run yesterday. I forgot about going up there. For some reason the bugs are like Texas-sized bugs up there. When they hit you, you know, when they hit your helmet, it's a whack. Hit you in the legs, or you know, they always like to get you right in the neck for some reason. How they make it up to your neck, you know, with a full face helmet, you know, how the front, well, you can see it, how it tips down. There's one of those bumps I was talking about. Sometimes they make it through and whack me right in the neck. So I took the little woman on the Yamaha Venture through here. Man, what a different experience after riding this thing for a while. That Venture is absolutely a Cadillac. I got the rear suspension with two of us on, and I came down that hill, I don't know, 75 or so, and it whoop whoop where it bottoms out on the bridge there. I felt it. I felt a small touch where the rear end bottomed out. It's an old 83 Venture. I've had it for, geez, what, 13 years now? It's my third one. There's a crazy story behind that. That was technically, it never really was mine. I was buying it from a shop I was working at. And, I don't know, I even paid, I think it was more like a demo. I'm not sure I ever even paid anything on it. But anyway, drove that thing around. Wow, see that rock fly up? Oh, great, I'm gonna get behind a guy hauling hay. That's probably why I'm wheezing. It seems to be the hay that's getting me. But, anyway, back to the Venture story. It was an 83 Venture, and Kelly and I drove that thing all over Hell's Half Acres. There again, like I said last time, is that on there? I don't know, I have that on my website. I don't think I do. If you dig through my Facebook pictures, you'll see some old pictures of my wife and I. For some reason I took a bunch of pictures and we went up to Paradise, I think that's what it's called, Paradise Inn or Point or whatever the hell it is, up inside of Mount Rainier. You got some pictures of it there. But anyway, he ended up getting rid of the Yamaha. It was a Honda and Yamaha shop. Got rid of Yamaha, and all the Yamahas went to our Kawasaki dealer. And renting cars through Yamaha doesn't go back far enough. The guy that traded in was the original owner, and he actually didn't trade it in, he just sold it to us. This is back in 2000. And I think that's a cop behind me. But when he sold it to us, I bought it because the dash was flashing, and the service manager's going, "Oh, that dash is like $1,400 and you can't get it. It's not available. You know, that bike is worthless. Why did you take it in? Those things have all kinds of problems." And so what the hell, I'll take it. I took it home, pulled the dash out. It was like a 3 or 4 board computer, old-fashioned thing, you know. And it's the these links that they're little metal connections that go between the motherboards, and they were known for cracking. The solders would crack, and it would cause weird things to go. I just soldered it back and drove it to work the next day. He was going, "Ah, damn, you knew what was wrong with that thing. You just ripped me off." The owner, he's just giving me shit. Anyway, I've had it ever since. Anyway, I'm thinking, I called Yamaha and I said, "How do I figure out where this thing, you know, where it was sold or whatever?" Or they, you know, they can't tell me who it was or anything like that. And I'd lost track of the original owner's name. So I just asked him, I said, "Can I get one thing?" That was a cop. I said, "Can you just tell me what store it was sold at?" Well, it was sold at the Kawasaki dealer. Well, there was only one 83 Venture non-Royal. The Royal came with all the onboard air compressor and CD and cassette and stereo and all that stuff. Well, when the shop, you know, when Yamaha swapped all that stuff over to the shop down the street, that was the only 83, and this happened in 85. So I've been driving it for a while, and I know it's that bike. So I have back the original one that I had. Then in 87, sales manager for Portland Honda was now the sales manager at Beaverton Honda. And I was just in there shooting the bull, and I sitting over there by his desk, and I look over, and here's this Venture. They had these, like, you know, metal shelves, and it was like ATVs and stuff on these upper shelves. And on the bottom there's a bunch of like Honda, you know, rototillers, power product stuff sitting over there. Back in the corner, this dusty, nasty looking old thing. And I said, "Hey, what's the deal with the old Venture over there?" He goes, "It's not old, it's brand new." I go, "So what's the deal with it?" And he goes, "Well, it's an 85. He goes, "Nobody wants the 85 1200s. Everybody wants the newer 1300s. He goes, "So it's just old stock." Anyway, he sold it to me. I got it for like 53 or 5,500 bucks. Well, you know, people aren't very smart. The 1200s are considerably faster than the 1300s. They dumbed them things down, geared them way up so it's like an overdrive down the freeway. Well, shit, them motors, it's a VMAX, you know, the same motor that was used in the VMAX. It was actually a Venture first and the VMAX later, next year. But anyway, I bought it. It was a Venture Royal. It had all the bells and whistles and doodads and dillywhacks on it. And I drove that thing for a few years and ended up selling it. And then this old 83 standard Venture, which I can't prove it, but I know it's the same one that my wife and I know. We were dating back in those days. And anyway, kind of a weird story, but you know how I am. I ramble on about absolutely nothing. Anyway, this is Military Road. I went down Telegraph, shot up 506, State Route 506 for a short bit, and turned on this. And it's kind of cool, these trees on it. It might be too dark, but it's, what is it, 7:50, it's almost 8 o'clock. So our sunset is getting right at 9 o'clock. I think it was 9:01 yesterday. That damn day's already getting shorter. Man, whatever is killing me. I'm like full on having a attack. trying to avoid sneezing. Now, it's not as pretty. You come through here during the day, and it has a different look to it. Like midday, it's like weird. It's cold and dark. It kind of is now, but that sun sneaking through sideways gives it a different look. You don't see that. We're probably going long here, but I'll wait till we pop out. We end up on a plateau up here. You get a really good view of Rainier and St. Helens, which godforsaken GoPro with its, I think it's the equivalent of a 15mm fisheye. Well, any of you guys that are into cameras, that's not a real good landscape lens. It is for certain things, but if you want to see something in the distance, it's not real good for that. But this thing pops up right up here. I don't know how long I've been recording. Here she is. There's Mount Rainier, if you can see it. Let me get you as much light in the lens and kind of dim it down a little bit. And St. Helens is, oh no, you can't see it. It's covered, the ash is blowing. I can see where it is, but there's no way it'd ever show up. There it is right there. You can't see it. This turn right here surprised the hell out of me. I think I was vlogging or doing something. Looked up and came up on that thing on my 1200. I came around that thing way faster than that old Sportster should have ever made that turn. And I have it on video too. Maybe if I can find that little snippet, I'll merge it in here. It's pretty crazy. I was like, yeah, they say don't panic and run off. You'd be surprised. Usually the bike will do more than you think it's going to do. This thing is probably crazy long. This might be my whole video. Is that 17 minutes I'm seeing there? Holy moly. No, this will be the whole video. I might as well just keep it going. I'll just make it one video. So this is going to be a one take Monday. Now this is State Route 505, which is what I live off of. It just loops around and comes up this way. But God, that exhaust makes the strangest sound. You hear that ring, bah, ring? It's really weird sounding. It'd be nice to get some mufflers on it. But I think I'm gonna go with the Screaming Eagle because I just don't want to have to wear earplugs. I don't want to annoy people. Now there's St. Helens. I don't know if you can see that camera view. And that's the Cowlitz Prairie, all this out here. And there's rain. Well, can't see rain there. I already went too far under the tree. Oh, I was going to turn here. Well, this is a loop that takes me right back to, where did I start? Oh shit, I started at the gas station. Yeah, this is it like 18 minutes or something? Yep. Might as well just keep it going. This is going to be a one take Monday. I don't even know if all my rambling, there's probably some stuff to cut out, but sometimes I just throw them up there. Yeah, I know I keep rambling on about the suspension, but I just couldn't. As soon as I say that, I get a big hole. Couldn't be happier. It's taller. I can bank around turns real good now. As good as you can on the Sportster. I mean, I'm not afraid to toss it. I mean, nothing like a sport bike, don't. You know, any of you guys thinking about, you know, road race in one of these things. It's far from that, but you can ride them surprisingly fast. And as I've mentioned, you can hear in my voice the bumps I'm hitting. It's stiff, but not hard. There's no sharp bangs or anything out of it. Like I had some 430 progressives on my 1200. Damn, went and got the heavy duty ones. And they say it's just the spring. See, that's where I take off to go to Telegraph Road. I'm literally backtracking. I just took a huge loop. I don't know how many miles that was. Well, we'll see. I started off at the gas station. 16 miles. So you've been traveling with me for 16 miles. But yeah, I couldn't be happier. I'd like it to be smoother, a little less compression damping. But hey, I'm not going to complain. It doesn't hurt my back. The 1200, you know, if you rode it for a while and the heat from the engine and the fact that the shocks are working would soften them up, and then it'd be bearable. But anyway, what I was going to say, they say it's just the springs, but there's no way them springs created that much compression damping. I mean, them babies were freaking hard ride. And that with a combination of the springs being stiff, I had them at the softest setting. Which oddly enough, I have this one set at the softest also. But the sag I get front and rear, frame is level. That's an old rule of thumb. If you even have a bike that you can measure the frame. Sportsters are kind of unique in that way. They have the two rails that run across the bottom. It's easy to measure. So we're gonna run this thing straight to the gas station again where I took off. So we'll make it an absolute full loop here, which is just right down the street. So there's Rainier, if you can see that. Try to get a lot of light in the camera. Sometimes it'll adjust. And there's Mt St Helens right in front of me. You can see it right in the dip in them trees. But anyway, I didn't plan on making one long video, but I told my little wife that I wasn't going to go on a long ride tonight. As it is, probably be almost an hour total time. Excuse me, total time gone. Nah, hell, I got home at 7:00. No, I was still at the grocery store at 7:01, so I don't know, probably about 45 minutes. I didn't pay attention when I left. Anyway, there's the Texaco. This was like a no-name gas station, and you got questionable gas at best out of that thing. But it's been fresh. The Super's been fresh. So any guys that run Super all the time know that's kind of hard to find. Even your favorite gas station, from time to time, it kind of turns out you're the only one using it. Or, you know, like around here we got winter time, and you'll go through periods where you don't ride because it's raining, of course, and you go back and the gas has gone bad. And you pour it in there, it's yellow, it smells like crap. You know, like, oh shit. And you roll on hard and you get pinging. Not good. Plus, when it's sitting down there, the ethanol in the fuel is attracting moisture, and it's just, you know, it kind of compounds. So anyway, this is the last stretch. I actually went farther in my loop. Seen this a million times in my videos. Well, I can't say that because I haven't posted anything. Man, I just have the hardest time finding the time to go through and edit these things. This is just going to be one long video. I'm like 20 something minutes now. I think I see a 24 down there. So what the hell, I'll dump the whole thing. Whoa, why did I do that? I'm downshifted. So I'm gonna say my goodbyes and thank you once again for watching my videos and listening to my ramblings on my after work rides. I cage it a lot to work because the little woman works with me now, and that'd be kind of stupid to drive 2 vehicles to work. It's a 70-mile loop to work and back, and that just don't make a lot of sense. And right now she's working the weekend, so we don't have weekends off together, and her 2 days off are during the middle of the week. So I'm at work, she's off. Weekends, she's at work, I'm off. So every little bit of time we get together, which I probably should be sitting with her right now, huh? But anyway, thanks for watching my videos.